Hello, travelers. Sophie Kaner here with a quick announcement, which is that we're taking a teeny break for the holidays, but just a teeny one. We will be releasing a Juno Steel episode on December 24th, which won't necessarily take place in the chronology of the main storyline, but will, for once, be entirely canonical. After that, we will resume our regular schedule and return to the main Juno storyline. In the meantime, we would like to introduce you to our friends, Vast Horizon, a science fiction audio drama following one woman's struggle for survival. Our heroine is an agronomist who wakes up alone on a colony ship riddled with numerous mission-critical problems. Where has everyone gone? Can she do what it takes to survive? If you like this trailer, please consider finding the answers to these questions by finding Vast Horizon however you listen to podcasts.
What do you think you'll find there?
New things, new sky, new life.
Will you ever come back?
Something's wrong. Status of the Bifrost?
There are significant malfunctions across the Bifrost. Simple functions and vital functions are lost. Vast Horizon.
Good evening, traveler, and welcome to the Penumbra. Tonight's tale is The Fool in the Garden of Death.
Well, this is a predicament. A sticky predicament indeed. 10 hut! Thus begins the first strategy session of the Save the Sisters Squadron. Attending officers include Commander Pinecone, Lieutenant Half-a-Stump, Major Very Old Mango, and Abbess General Olala. There! Oh, my apologies. And Abbess General in Training. Tail. Yes. Very good. Now, ladies, our situation. We have journeyed east for 3 long days. It was grueling. We received many casualties, like the blister on my largest toe, which still stings. But we traveled until the leaves changed their colors from simple red to this strange green, as it is only in picture books. We have sent Private Hummingbird out to see if we have indeed fallen into a picture book, but we have not heard from her since. 10 entire minutes have passed. I fear the worst. But we must not lose sight of our mission. We have made camp in this very big tree we discovered. Major Very Old Mango has named it the Ever Alive, and was given a shiny rock for her accomplishment. And we have plenty of fruits and berries, but we cannot stay here. We must find help, and we must do so without the intruder finding us. I have gathered you all here because you are the brightest minds I could find on the ground next to this tree. And so I ask you, what is our next move? Lieutenant Half-a-Stump, you were most heavy and difficult to bring to the top of our tree base. Perhaps you have something to share? It's no use. Perhaps I really must solve this conundrum on my own. It comes upon every girl in all the good stories that she must leave her home to seek her fortune, but even so... What's that, Commander Pinecone? You think it's time to consult the cards again? You are a very superstitious sort, Commander. I like the cut of your giblets. To the thought stream. Oh, universe, please give a good future. Hush, Tail, I'm trying to... It's working. The cards are singing. Slowly, Olala. Four of Wastes. The Axe of Wilds? But the cards still sing. And me. That skull again. But why? I do not know, Tail. The cards leapt back together on their own. And that skull is nowhere to be found. Yes, there are the other cards to think of. I do not know what the Four of Wastes could mean. Sister Na always says to have 4 mushroom caps at dinner for great strength. But Sister Bolay refuses to sit at a table with only 4 people. And I have 4 officers in my unit and 4 fingers on my hand. Except I don't. I have 5. Very interesting. But then there is the Axe of Wilds, which means a warrior from the north, and that... Why, Tail! That's just the card that Sister Tile drew before the intruder appeared. What if... Tail, that could be him. Hush, Tail, and hush, my officers. We meet the enemy at last. Listen closely now, and hear you the voice of evil itself.
Ouch! That's where you're going down here. You're getting leaves and sticks and who knows what else in my armor. Yeah, I know that's what outside is like, but that doesn't mean we have to roll around in it.
What do you mean, Tail? He sounds exactly like the intruder. Don't you hear that strange, low voice? None of the sisters had a voice so low. It must be a sign of foulest evil.
Come on, Dampier, don't give up yet. That monster must be around here somewhere.
Monster?
The reports said that the western border's been teeming with monsters lately, and all the settlements around here are losing livestock faster than you're losing hair. I know, I won't tell anybody, but I've got to tell you, I don't think anybody's buying that comb-over mane thing you're trying to do.
I am not a monster. I'm a... Well, I do not know what. But I am Olala, and this evil intruder will not capture me today. I know he killed that king tyrant lizard in the forest, Tail, but he wouldn't do that to people. He must capture people, or else the sisters... He must have all the sisters back at his evil lair. He must. But that's just the thing, isn't it? If I can force him to return to his lair, I can save the sisters, and then I can go home again. You have earned a very shiny rock for this strategy, Tail. I hereby promote you to Best Tail. We must simply scare him into a retreat. Yes, that's just what I shall do. If it is a monster he wants, then a monster I shall give him. Let us see. What noise does the tyrant lizard make? Oh, I remember.
Whoa there! Whoa, you coward! I said, whoa! As in, whoa, did you hear that? I've never heard a roar like that before. That must be one of those huge lizards they've got in the Western Wastes. The, what do you call them? Thunderswords, dinosaurs, something like that anyway. Oh, man, I hope it's one of those ones with the big necks. Come on, up here, let's go!
Ooh, cursed intruder! I must resort to more dire means of leading him away.
I think it came from around here. But how the heck is a big lizard like that supposed to fit in all these trees?
My officers, the time has come for battle. Death speed, Major Very Old Mango. A direct assault! Victory! Best Tail, please make a note to alert the Major's next of kin.
I need such a bath. I need to clean out this armor. Then I need to throw away this armor. I might even need to throw away this horse. No, then you'd better get me back to camp and wash the couple of hairs you've got left up here, or I might have to shave them all off.
Perfect. Now the invader returns to his lair. Quickly, Tail. We must glide in pursuit. Mm. see the evil man and his horse, my tail? I cannot find him anywhere. An excellent idea. Perhaps his stench will give him away. Major Very Old Mango, I smell her this way! On the jungle floor. This way. There she is! But I do not see the intruder. Where could he have gone? There's nothing to fear, Tail. We will sniff the Major once more and find her scent on the air again. And that is sure to lead us to the evil... What was that?
Tapia, I told you it would work. Tripwire plus those quick vines old Scales gave us equals one heck of a trick. Bag that monster now. Let's go.
Tail, these vines have tied my arms and legs to this tree. You must work through them. Not you, too.
Ah! All right, monster. Let's see what we've got here. Oh, are you kidding me? It's just some bat thing.
I am not a bat.
I can talk. That's something anyway. Kind of stupid, though. Big pig nose, leather wings, weird tail. Yeah, that's a bet, all right.
I am not! See? There. Tail, you're supposed to vanish, too.
I think this might be a werebat! Or a shapeshifter. Whatever. Maybe this beast's a little bit more than it looks like, Dampier. We better be careful.
Why, yes. Yes, I think you ought to be careful, intruder. You speak to a terrible monster, and if you don't watch your every step, I shall gobble you right up.
You don't look so scary, kid.
Oh, yeah? Well, how about this?
Yeah, I guess that explains that. That's too bad, you know. I thought we were going to see a real giant lizard. Turns out it's some weird bat thing from the Western Waste, doing an impression to scare everyone off before it steals some poor sucker's sheep.
Steal a sheep? Why, I never thought of that. If I had, I suppose I would be much less hungry now.
Likely story. All right, it's time to end this job, I guess. You know, I'm going to be honest right now. I'm pretty stuck on what to do here. Yeah, Dampier, I know the little kid look is probably just a disguise, but it's a pretty good one, all right? So I'm having some feelings right now, and I just need a minute.
What was that noise?
Keep it down for a second, kid. I'm trying to think. Because on the one hand, you definitely aren't human. I mean, even if you were a human, what you did is pretty inhumanly cruel. You know what I mean? Like rotting fruit on my head, that's kind of a lot. But on the other hand, if this was a disguise, what's with the tail, you know? Are you some kind of magic monkey or something? Because I don't know if I could kill a kid or a monkey. I just don't know if I could do it. I mean, this is a really tricky one, Dampier. I don't think anybody can blame me for taking a minute on it. And I didn't even think about Scales over in the swamp. Jeez. Meeting that guy's really made this whole knighting thing a lot more complicated, hasn't it?
Mr. Intruder, sir. Mr. Intruder.
Okay, kid monster or whatever. That was a cute trick once, but you're not exactly helping your case by trying to scare me again.
I'm not. There's a tyrant lizard behind you.
Like I'm gonna fall for... That was close, Dampier. Nice hoof work. All right, you big iguana. You want a bite of me? Then come and take it. I said come and take it. Like over this way, not towards the kid.
Tail, we must free ourselves.
Hold on, kiddo, I'm coming. It's no use. I can't cut through this thing's scales. Watch out, kid! Saints, the kid just melted. I just watched the kid scream so hard she melted into goo.
Oh, I forgot I could do that.
What? But, ow! Get moving, you crazy little monkey kid! You melted right out of your bonds. That monster's still after you! Wow, she's quick! This is a great little showdown. I'm on the edge of my saddle. Oh, right. We're supposed to be killing that thing. Get behind me, kid! I think I know how we can finish this big lizard off.
I'm coming. I'm here.
There you go. Sit back and watch. Want to feel, big lizard? Then open wide! Yay!
Wow! Sir Intruder, that was incredible. What is the name of that strange device you fed King Tyrant Lizard?
I don't know, actually. I hadn't named it yet. But, I mean, if it's mighty enough to take down a lizard as big as that, maybe I'll call it... Dynamite! That's it!
Dynamite. Amazing. Thank you, Sir Intruder. Sir, I do not know why, but you have saved me.
All in a day's work. Or the exact opposite of a day's work, depending on what you are. Which, by the way, what?
I do not wish to ask this, but you have shown me mercy once, and so maybe...
Hey, kiddo, you don't have to bow.
Please, sir, release my sisters, and let us all go home to our Garden of Graves. I miss them. I miss them so...
Yeah, okay. This just got weird. Listen, kid, what's your name?
Oh la la.
Come up here, oh la la. I know she's dirty, but she's a crying kid. What do you want me to do? It's all right, oh la la. Come on up. It's gonna be okay.
Yes, sir.
There you go. That's it.
Please, sir. Please.
Let's get some food in you first, okay? I get the feeling you've got a story I should probably hear. So you're telling me that some guy showed up at your gardens and took out how many fighters all by himself? Around 20?
That's how many sisters there are. He defeated the 1,000 sisters of our past as well, but I did not see it.
1,000 zombies, too. This guy's bad news. I don't care how good he is with a sword. He must have something else up his sleeve. So, you can't be the only one who escaped, right? Are the rest of your sisters out in the jungle here, too?
I was the only one who ran away. He must have captured the rest. When I find Sister Tile again, I'm certain that she will know how to save them.
So Sister Tile escaped with you?
Mm-hmm. She slowly and cool it down so that I could win. But there's no reason for worry, Sir Mark. Sister Tile promised she would live, and I would speak to her again. I was told to walk east as far as I could go, and not to turn back until I have found someone to help me. And now I have. So when can we go see my sisters in the Western Wish?
Wait, what?
I'm terribly sorry that I thought you were the intruder, Sir Mark. I've never met a man before, and they are very scary.
Well, not all...
So shall we leave in the morning? With such a strong knight as my newest officer, we are certain to beat that intruder once and for all.
Oh, Lola, kiddo, I don't think that's a great idea.
Oh.
You going somewhere?
If you are not the help I was told to find, Sir Mark, then my quest must continue. Fare thee well.
Hey, come on, Olala. You can't go out there alone. Wait a second. Get back here. I have something to tell you.
You do?
Sure hope so, kid. Just sit down a minute first. You're making me nervous pacing around like that.
All right. But just for a minute. Well?
Just because we can't go bang down the door tomorrow doesn't mean I can't help you, Olala. Sometimes things take a little longer than that.
But I must save my sisters today! Right now, this minute!
Hey, you called it a quest yourself, right? And let me tell you, as a brand spanking new Knight of the Crown with a lot of experience, No great quest ever got finished after one little adventure.
Really?
Straight from the horse's mouth, kid. Dompierre said it last week.
But then, what must I do?
Well, that's a hard one. But after every adventure, you've always got to go somewhere safe, so you can recharge, get back at it the next day, you know? So the question is, where the heck am I supposed to bring you?
Somewhere safe. I see. Where is your somewhere safe, Sir Mark?
That probably wouldn't work.
Can you speak of it? I would like to learn, if that's all right. And a great hero like yourself must come from a great and noble land.
Yeah, sure thing, kid. But you gotta lie down while I tell it. You look exhausted.
Perhaps I am a bit tired.
Okay, so, the second Citadel. In the middle of the northern jungle, surrounded on every side by vicious beasts and the most cunning monsters, stands a tall, tall tower. And around that tower lies a wall of stone with 4 big gates. And inside those gates live the bravest and strongest people in the universe. The people of the second Citadel. It's a beautiful place, kiddo, with beautiful people. It might look small. You could walk all the main roads in just a few hours if you wanted. But that's just because you aren't looking close enough. In the craftsman's quarter, where I'm from, workshops are built right on top of one another. And there are ladders everywhere, hundreds of them, leading up to doors and windows, and you can get wherever you want, just climbing, even without a horse. And from the street, you can hear people carving, cutting, hammering, and you can see the things they've made hanging from their awnings. Wooden sculptures, and golden pendants, and shining rings hang over the street, and you could spend days just looking up at them, seeing everything that everyone's selling just hanging in the sky.
That sounds very pretty. But what of the tower, Sir Mark? The best things are always in tall towers.
You're right about that, because the Citadel Tower is where the Knights of the Crown are. Down at the bottom, you'll find training grounds and an armory full of the best weapons the craftsmen could make, and a whole underground field for mock battles and knighthood exams. Then there's the office for the journeyman knights, like me, where we're given our quests in faraway places to protect all the people of our region. And next to that, there's the office for the Citadel Guard, and the captain of the guard, who is really tough.
I should like to meet her someday, I think.
We'll see if we can make that happen. But the captain is pretty strict, I guess. Let's introduce you to someone else first, huh? Try not to think about meeting the captain of the guard, maybe ever, for both our sakes.
What lies at the top of the tower, Sir Mark?
Oh, right. That's where the queen lives, I guess.
What is a queen?
What is a what?
Oh, they must be very special. The best things are always at the tops of towers in all the best stories. And so far, this has been a very good story.
In all the best stories, huh? Sure. I'll take that challenge. The queen is the smartest, wisest person in the second Citadel. In the world, probably. She commands the knights, and she tells the craftsmen what to build. And she researches all the surrounding lands, day and night. She has a huge library, too. More books than we could ever read. And she reads and reads and rereads them to make sure she knows everything about everything. People come from miles around just to talk to her, because if you need something, she can make it happen. I mean, usually she can, but lately... Hold on. Kiddo, you awake? Guess you were pretty wiped out. Good night, kid. Guess I'll figure out what to do with you tomorrow.
Yes, my tail. I think that shall be our quest as well. To save our sisters, we must meet the queen of the second Citadel.
A letter at this hour? A royal pigeon at that. Let us see now. To the Elder of Middletown, an excellent season, highest quality wood. Well, of course it is. Unfortunately, resources are low. Intra-Citadel concerns require greater funding. I am writing to inform that your provisions from the Citadel this month have been reduced. You can expect... reduced again? For the third month in a row? Oh, that isn't enough. Not nearly enough. Surely the Queen must know that. Oh. Beautiful birds, royal pigeons. How can you bring such bad news when you're so beautiful, little bird?
If you're hoping to tell the future, old man, beauty isn't where you look.
You? Who are you? How did you get in here?
Augury.
Beg pardon?
Telling the future through birds. An old science. Frowned upon now. Little too magical for modern tastes. But I say, if you can't beat 'em, join 'em.
Stay away. Stay away. Help! Help!
As I was saying, augury. You don't learn from the pretty feathers of the bird. You learn from its guts. You open it up, you see where everything sits, and then, supposedly, you see the future. I tried augury myself, but it's too abstract for me. I like things that tell you what they're about up front. Things that get results. And that's why I'm gonna be up front with you. I am the kite. And as of right now, your village is mine.
Can't move. Help.
You want to know that badly, do you? Then let me show you. See this gem here? Pretty, isn't it? That's the soul of another ugly bird. A nasty cockatrice from the wayward east. They don't turn you to stone, as it turns out. That's just an old wives' tale. Wish I'd known that earlier. It's a wasted slot as is. But that was when I was younger, and much more prone to making mistakes. Can't beat yourself up for the past. What's done is done, I hear. So, don't feel too bad about what I'm about to do, old man. What's done is done. And anyway, this isn't about you or your little village. Not really. But thanks for it anyway, old-timer. I'll treat the people here real nice. A royal pigeon. I remember you. Hold still now. I have a letter for you to deliver. Now, off you go. Well then, Milltown. I think you can get me something I'm after. And I don't leave until I get what I'm looking for.
If you've enjoyed this tale, please consider donating to the Penumbra on Patreon. Our artists work tirelessly to bring you these stories, and if you have the means, we hope you will support our efforts. Every dollar helps. You can find that page at patreon.com/thepенumbrapodcast. If you support us on Patreon at the $10 level or higher, you will receive access to commentary tracks like this one from co-creators Sophie Kaner and Kevin Vibert.
But I do like that he kind of has that twang in his voice.
Yeah.
And that's just Simon.
Yep.
I don't think we intended that, and I don't think we wrote it, but then when we talked to him about the voice, like, that's what he came out with. And one of the reasons was that I love that sort of, like, timbre of Simon's voice. I think that's why he sounds so good in audio. And that's part of why I wanted him to be the Kite, but also I very much didn't want him to just sound like Pilot. So if you keep that same register, you have to go to the other end, right, where Pilot is very smooth.
Did you know that the Penumbra has merchandise for sale? It's true. The Penumbra has partnered with DFTBA to bring you the posters, shirts, pins, and socks your hearts desire. Just go to dftba.com and search for the Penumbra podcast. We would like to give special thanks to all who support us on Patreon, but especially to Minchowski, Choi Kwan, Liesling Voss, insert Thirst's tweet about Sophie's voice acting here, Lynn Go, NB Shaper, Jasper James, Caroline Seidman, Lizard Kissin' Tuesday Crew, Red L, Sophia Anderson, Izzy J, Kim Dauber, Jay Yanazelli, Karen ZH, Kim Zeigen, and Jamie Gunter for their incredibly generous contributions per episode. Thank you. This tale, The Fool in the Garden of Death, was told by the following people: Marge Dunn as Olala, Stefano Purdy as Sir Mark, and Simon Moody as the Kite. The Penumbra is created and produced by Sophie Kaner and Kevin Vibert. If you wish to know more about our ever-expanding, infinitely creative team of artists, musicians, editors, designers, and managers, you can read about them in the show notes of this episode. I'm afraid that is our time for today, dear travelers. We hope you will join us again soon.